hope that it proceeds with speed.
Honourable Trevor Mallard, I understand this is a split call.
Yeah, I understand
a 4-minute warning bell with 1 minute.
I'll take a 4-minute bell. Thank you. If I get that far, Mr. Speaker. This is an issue which I think has been fraught. There's been a disproportionate amount of time spent on this legislation and on Crown Pastoral rents over the period of the last 10 years or so, at least. Certainly in the time that I was in Cabinet, there was far more time spent on it, and it was one of those Solomon-type issues, trying to get this one sorted. But my view is that the government has now come down with the wrong decision. What they effectively have at the moment, there's or currently the rent for the properties are set at a relatively low 2%, excluding improvements, and the government is proposing to cut this further and thereby transfer the value to the lessees and make it thereby easier for them to freehold the properties and to on-sell, if they so wish, part or all of the farm and make some windfall profits. And I think the House has seen, the Select Committee has seen the evidence of that, of the 77 runs that completed tenure review. At least 28 of the new landholders have on-sold 176 parcels of the newly freeholded land. These 28 new owners paid the Crown $6.9 million to freehold, and they have realised $134 million through only selling 44% of the freeholds. So what is clear, Mr. Speaker, is that there is a transfer of both a reduction in income, and at a time when the government is telling us they're short of cash, and I agree that they are short of cash, giving rent reductions to farmers below a 2% level, I think is a waste or revenue foregone, which could be better used. But there is also a wealth transfer without a proper capital gains tax arrangement, so that these gains, unless they can be absolutely proven to be trading gains, and I think you'd probably have trouble proving that farmers have been involved, sometimes their families, for 100 years in farming. I think any capital gains, any trading tax, we would have trouble applying that under current law, although hopefully at some stage in the future we will be able to get this sorted. Mr. Speaker, what we are doing here is sacrificing the right of the Crown to extract fair value from the property, and what that does is shortchange the New Zealand taxpayer. It's something that we shouldn't be doing, and I'll go back to where I started and say that the issue is not a simple one. Getting it right, getting it fair, making sure that we do the best we can to maintain the values that we do with many of these properties is something which is hard. And what we do know is that when they are freeholded, or even the properties that are close by, because of the exceptional views, because they are very special places, and I note that Nick Smith is in the House. I know that he knows the St James station well. He's cycled through there, I think, on at least a couple of occasions. Had a press conference, I think, halfway through on one of the. I didn't have he finished the ride an hour behind me without having a press conference on that particular occasion. I think it was when I weighed about 20 kg. I didn't quite weigh what you weigh, Mr. Speaker, but about 20 kgs more than I did, and Nick Smith. But I think Nick Smith would agree these places are very special. We've got to handle them carefully, and it is my view that this approach to their privatisation is one which is wrong, and therefore we're going to oppose it.
Stephen Browning.